Overpopulation, Our Planet in Jeopardy by Tiffany Heighton. Overpopulation defined. At last count in 2013, there are 7.125 billion people living on planet Earth. Estimates say the population will reach between 8 and 11 billion by year 2050. The population will grow exponentially up to 15 billion by 2100. Almost all of the growth will take place in developing countries, while the population of developed countries is expected to remain unchanged. While overpopulation is a problem to the rest of the planet, businesses will see it as an advantage. Overpopulation is beneficial because the more people there are, the more innovations and advancements in industry they can accomplish. These innovations and advancements lead to urbanization, which increases purchasing power for locals, which in turn increases profits. Businesses are looking at the short-term effects when they should be acknowledging the long-term effects of their business decisions. By 2030, nearly half of the world's population will be living in areas of acute water shortage. Water demand will exceed water supply by 50%. Humans are causing the greatest mass extinction of species since the extinction of the dinosaurs. If present trends continue, scientists warn that within a few decades, at least half of all plant and animal species on Earth will be extinct. As human population continues to explode, finite natural resources continue to plummet, which is placing competitive stress on the basic life-sustaining resources. Human activities are causing climate change. People around the world are addressing the problem by reducing their carbon footprint through less consumption and better technology. Intensive farming practices produce more and cheaper food per acre and animal, which has helped feed a booming human population. However, it kills beneficial insects, degrades and depletes the soil, and creates polluted runoff, among many other issues. Environmental degradation combined with growth in world population is a major cause of the rapid increase in human diseases. Overpopulation exacerbates many social and environmental factors which wreak havoc on the poor and increase their likelihood of being exposed to infectious diseases. As population densities increase, laws which serve as a social mediator will more frequently regulate interactions between humans. This will develop a need for more rules and restrictions to regulate these interactions. Examples of these restrictions would be putting limits on water usage, on driving, and on what people can do with their land. As overpopulation drives resources and basic necessities to become scarcer, there will be increased competition for these resources, which in turn will increase the crime rate through a variety of means. Overpopulation does not occur on its own. Without the advancements we have made in the last 100 years, natural selection would continue to rule the human species. Largely due to medical advancements which have provided better measures to treat critical health ailments have led to a decline in the mortality rate. World population growth is on the rise, largely due to the lack of education and family planning in developing countries, while the more developed countries are experiencing a stability or decline in birth rates. Advancements in medicine have increased the average life expectancy of humans. Vaccinations from communicable diseases are an effective way of controlling epidemics. While the vast majority of the world's population choose to inoculate, there are some that exercise the right not to immunize their children. Infertility problems occur in both men and women. Sometimes it is not known what the cause is, but through hormone therapy, in vitro fertilization, and other medical advancements, there are solutions for those wanting to procreate. 100 years ago, women feared getting pregnant and having children because they knew of at least one mother dying in childbirth. That is not the case now. With good prenatal care, health care, education, and development programs, the chances of survival for both mother and baby have vastly improved. While immigration itself is not responsible for overpopulation, it can become localized and cause an uneven distribution of natural resources. Most developing nations have a large number of uneducated people that live below the poverty line. These people generally have little or no knowledge of family planning. This, with the social pressures of marrying early and having children, lead to a rise of the population in that area, which in turn contributes to a rise in the global overpopulation. There are a couple of solutions to help reduce and eventually stabilize the global population. Education is the key to a lot of the problem. People need to be made aware of the issue and then educated about ways to combat the problem of overpopulation. Enacting birth control devices and family planning measures globally, making these services available to even the most remote and undeveloped countries. Some leaders and environmentalists are suggesting the UN enact a China-like one-child policy globally. Others have suggested building space habitats in asteroid belts. While some of these ideas are outlandish and highly improbable, others are perfectly capable of being executed as long as there are people willing to put forth the effort. Eventually, we will control the overpopulation problem of the Earth so long as we put in the effort.